Okay, welcome everybody. This is General Games' first X-Wing video. I'm Scott.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jibbo.
General Games is a brand new game store in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. We focus on sort of high quality gaming events, and we try to provide the best sort of content we can.
We're all huge fans of X-Wing.
Yeah, so this is an event we did recently. It's the X-Wing Invitational. We invited some of the best players around our region, the Store Champs winners, regional winners, etc. And we invited them all to come down, have some games, have some food on our expense, and some beer, yeah. And they just played some good games. We recorded some of them, and this is the first.
Yeah, so this is Dave's list. Dave's running your traditional boat list, your 3 boats with your Deadeye, torps, guidance chips. Brendan's going for a bit more of an experimental list that he played around with, using the Animanti links with the focus and the stress links that you get from each ships, with some torps and guidance missiles and a little bit of extra flavour thrown in. Let's see how it all unravels. They're all setting up at the moment.
Yeah, what do you think of the Karax fighter as a ship, you guys?
Look, I haven't seen it often. I've ran into a couple of them at Nationals last year, but they didn't seem to perform very well.
It promised a lot when it came out. Like, people were very excited about being able to run 5 at 20 points with 3 attack dice. It seemed very good. It hasn't really made a showing. It sort of suffers from the same thing as the original X-Wing did, as it doesn't have much move after move.
Yeah, it doesn't have the maneuverability, and the survivability isn't there as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, Brendan's trying out the Atani mind link on all his ships, so the idea is he can move and get his target locks, and then one of his ships can focus, and then they can all release their munitions and try and cause some severe pain. And on paper, it's one of those lists that seems fine, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's against a tried and true list, so well, it's really a time to test it.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup, and the way he's flying at the moment, it's a dangerous territory to go head to head with the boats. Don't know if he has too much of an option at the moment. He's got his Z over on sort of right hand side, coming the flank. I'm not sure how much damage that can do, but
well, that's Nadru. So look, Nadru can come in, and when he's outside of range 2 of his friendly ships, he can roll an extra dice. So he can throw a cluster missile attack from range 2, because the cluster missile is range 1 to 2. Yep. He can throw that a 4 dice attack twice. So he could theoretically damage a boat down to like 1 or 2 hull and then have something else kill it. He's got the pilot skill advantage here, so he can theoretically destroy a boat before it ever fires.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But if that middle rock there is not in his favour, it's right in the way. He's got to come right around there. Maybe like a 3 hard might land, but maybe he's probably going to do a safe 3 bank, and then maybe the boats will be out of range. It really depends on what Dave sees, because Dave can see this opportunity and use his rule of 11, maybe get some torps off, or he can just go gung-ho straight in there.
I sort of think you have to. I mean, you've got to go. That cluster of ships is a pretty enticing target to get all your torps off of that. You could potentially drop 1 or 2 ships on that first pass. He's gone pretty aggressive there.
Well, that's the bump master. So this one doesn't have torps. This one has anti-pursuit lasers, intelligence agent, and feedback array.
Yeah.
So he really wants to get in the way here.
The entire purpose of this ship is to get up in their face, get them to bump into you. They take damage when they bump into you. You don't even have to shoot. You can just zap something that you're touching. And the intelligence agent lets you check out their dials, gives you better odds of being able to block them with your barrel roll.
And it's a great thing to take out Sun Fell. I mean, if you can damage Sun Fell
exactly right.
without shooting her, then that's a perfect ship to do it with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remove that action, bump, take damage, take some more damage with feedback array, and away you go.
Yeah, I've seen the bump master, as it's lovingly called, do wondrous things in the Pal Bases matchup.
So you see, Brendan had the read on the bump
that's expert. That's
big fella coming in.
That's fantastic.
So one of the Karaxes has gone past, and the other 2 are probably not in line to hit it. So this could be a good opportunity for Brendan.
Let's just hope he doesn't turn here.
There's also the fact that now that the Atani Mind Link has done its thing, it doesn't matter if his other ships bump. They've already got their focus.
Yeah. Apart from APL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we'll see APL here. It's a 50-50 chance of taking a hit.
Yeah, that's right. When you hit the ship, you roll a die on a hit or a crit, they take damage.
He's bumped.
So it's straight off on the uppermost Black Sun Ace on the right-hand side there. We've taken the shield off. David's showing the card to make sure everyone knows what he's doing. He loves his APL, Dave does. Mind Link is one of those cards I'm really interested in seeing, but never really had the guts to try out myself. It seems really cool. Like you can do exactly what Brendan's doing here. You can get 4 actions for the price of 1.
But you never really want to be K-turning or taking those stressful moves.
No, exactly. That's the downside, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's definitely a double-edged sword. So we've got
for that first pass can be good, but I tend to, especially when playing a scum list, you almost want to go for you almost want to go for your drugs, basically. Which
Mm.
and for that first pass, I've seen that work quite well. You can pump out some serious damage.
He's coming in with the 3 hard. Is that on the asteroid, or what we say?
I believe it just missed.
Yeah. So it's pretty. He's got his focus, so it's some pretty nice.
Well, the focus is from the.
For those who don't know Brendan Morrisey, he's an excellent flyer.
He won Adelaide.
He won
Regionals
the Adelaide Regionals last year. He's placed very highly in other events throughout the year. He's just a very good pilot. He knows his distances. He's always flying very close to rocks, very close to the board edge, but he uses it to his advantage. Like his opponent, like for example, I would not expect him to have done the 3 hard here. I would have thought he'd do a safer bank, and the fact that he's landed it means that I in this game I would be thrown off.
Yeah. And it looks like he will pass it on his next move. If he does a straight, he shouldn't actually clip that debris at all. Asteroid at all.
It's hard to see from here, but I think you're right. So we've got a 3 dice attack straight up.
We also see, in the meantime, Kato took a focus token from Black Sun.
Right, the one that probably isn't going to shoot much this turn. Oh, he had 2 focus tokens, didn't he? Or was it an invade token? I don't know.
Oh, he took a token from it.
Sure. So Nadru was out of range to fire his cluster missiles because they're range 1 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he did a 3 dice attack. He's taken that contracted scout down some shields already.
Yep, 2 shields gone.
We've got another 2 shields going there.
2 shields gone.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great start. This is exactly what Brendan needs. Take a boat off the board. Especially one of the torp boats. If you remove one of them first, the firepower of the entire list just drops dramatically.
100%.
Yes.
Like, it's arguably the weaker of the 2 torp boats, but you shoot what you can shoot, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, take the opportunity.
So it's down to 4 hull now. It's a lot of hull on a ship that seems like it shouldn't have that much hull.
Yeah.
It's 33 points for a 9 hull ship with such an aggressive start.
Yeah, and the 2 green dice really makes it.
And then white sloop.
Yes.
That's
Zoolander
another
of the
4-hit
X-Wing
attack.
boat, just that left turn.
So this could be the end of the boat here. Oh, he gets the 1, he takes 3.
Lucky.
That's good. Yeah. It's always a bad thing, as we all know, if you played X-Wing long enough relying on green dice. And they've to come through for Dave just.
He's on 1. Like he actually chose not to spend a focus token earlier. So he's committing to his
They
plan.
could have
Ball.
punished him.
Yeah, it's ball.
Interesting. So now we see him shooting back here. He's
This is the
aiming-
other torp boat's having a shot here. This is the proton torp boat.
This is where it starts.
So we got hit, crit. He turned to focus into a crit.
Yeah, well. That's one way to take down a Black Sun Ace.
Yep.
Yep.
Takes 1. So just evades 1 and takes hit, crit.
Shields
Direct
are
damage.
off.
Yep.
What
Direct
is the
damage
crit?
you don't want here.
What was the crit that came out, did we see?
Apparently.
Ooh, an explosion of some sort. He's rolling an extra die.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a major explosion.
Yep.
Yes. That's right.
And it does and takes it away. That's how it's done.
So the major explosion rolled up a thrust control fire here.
Thrust control fire. That's very bad.
So, for those who don't know, Otani Minor League shares focus and stress. So the thrust control fire will give a stress to the ship that, even though it's dead, will still stress the rest of his team.
That's quite bad.
That's really bad.
That's a drawback. I mean, that's
David-
probably the worst crit you could get, and he's unfortunately right.
David must be in love with this right now. Normally that crit, not so bad, especially considering he was destroying the ship with that damage. But the fact that it's taken the ship off the table and left a lasting impact and giving every other ship a stress.
Another hit, crit. That's what they do.
Rolling like a demon, yeah, and those torps are doing a thing. Not
Double
a bad
evade.
He's got these target locks here.
Mitigates that damage, but still, that's a good 2 solid hits through.
What was he aiming at? Is that at the other Black Sun Ace?
Yeah, so the other
that'd
Black
be-
Sun Ace is down to 1 now.
That'd be a crit coming through, would it, or no?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's-
Hit coming
yeah,
through.
right.
Yep.
and then this is...
Alright, back to the dials.
So unfortunate a bit for Brendan losing that ship and then obviously having all his ships stressed. I mean, not that he has too many sort of manoeuvre options anyway. I think he's just still flying sort of straight in, maybe trying to bump another boat to stop
Did
getting that focus off.
Did Dave check out someone's dial on his way through there?
He doesn't because his pilot skill's so low it doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah, I guess if the bump master's doing the K turn, getting out of the way of everything, then it doesn't really matter.
Like he
what
can
the other
he
ships
can do it. He can look at what they're doing, but if he's doing a K turn, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, sure.
He probably still should have. I think he may have forgotten.
Yeah, it lets you know if someone's going to be shooting at you, whether you should take focus, whether you can.
In latter turns, it's much more important. But I still think you probably should have. That's fine.
Just deciding what action to take here on the bottom jump master. Is there any reason to do anything except focus?
I think focus.
Focus is so strong with the R4 aggro mag.
Absolutely, yeah.
I've been playing a lot of the torp boats myself, and you just
Perhaps
every time you consider barrel rolling, you just realise that focus is so much better.
Yeah,
He's
going
going in for the block.
barrel roll. Yeah.
He's going in for the block. I can't quite see there, but this might block Nadru onto the rock.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's close.
that'd be spicy.
He's going right into it. So this gives Nadru the opportunity to, if he had done a 4 straight or something, to fly straight past.
Or a 1 straight, yeah, he will.
But a 1 straight will land him in the rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless he just bumps straight in there. But Dave seems to be given a little bit of space there to ride himself, so we'll see.
What are the green maneuvers like on the Z95?
The 2 banks and the
definitely-
2 straight and the 1 straight.
Right. I'd definitely be predicting a green manoeuvre from Brendan here, and it looks like none of them are going to do anything except...
Correct.
2 banks of the left will go over the rock and might not land on it, but
Yep.
But yeah, the rest are putting him on the rock, I think.
As good a pilot as he might be, I wouldn't predict him doing a 2-bank through the asteroid here.
Big ship barrel rolls are so big.
And Dave being able to lock down another one of his ships shooting is pretty impressive, when you're talking about you've got 2 ships left against 2 big ships, and those 2 big ships are fairly deadly when it comes to your 360-degree arc, so he's really isolated a lot of his shooting ability here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The Kato Lichos is not going to have a shot here unless he's just in on arc on the top jump master, but that looks doubtful.
He's going to try and make it past.
Nadru
No
here
luck.
is going to collide, so he's just going to have range 3 on the bottom jump
Or if
master.
he's on the rock, there'll be no shot at all.
Yeah, which looks like he possibly is.
And the Black Sun Ace is just staring at
Yeah.
the black
Yeah,
nothings.
so he rides
So
that,
no
that's
shot for any of Brendan's ships this time.
Yeah. So that's pretty good
turn.
flying from a Dave.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No damage on the road.
No, he threw the dice on the table.
Okay.
Are those the sweet regional dice?
Those are the white regional dice from this season, yes.
That's funky. I like that.
The ones you can clearly see the bubbles inside.
Mm.
Been a bit of controversy going.
Everyone loves bubble.
So, checking out what shots Brendan's got access to this turn, it looks like it might be absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Brendan has 0 shots this turn because
Dave's done really well to lock down the list.
Kato lead shows down the bottom has no shot.
Yeah,
The Black Sun Ace is facing the wrong way and Nadru's on a rock.
we speak of the flying capabilities of Brendan, but this turn
It's a
here
pretty
from
solid
David
roll.
is pretty...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is true. David's an excellent pilot. He won the 2013 regionals in Victoria.
Okay.
He's done consistently well. He won a store champs at our store, actually.
Went to Worlds.
He went to Worlds. He plays very well at Worlds. He's just an excellent player. He always plays good lists and he practices them a lot and he plays the best list the best.
And he's passionate about the game.
Yeah.
Like, the guy loves the game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the type of people that we wanted at the Invitational.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. And people you enjoy playing, like Dave's always fun to play against. A lot of the guys there are great to play with. Luke, who was there, Ellie as well, Brendan. They're all really good guys. It's a really good community. We're very lucky in Victoria to have the X-Wing community that we have, I believe.
Yeah.
And good solid players.
Below average dice this time around. They're all a few hits for evades and a whole lot of blanks for blanks.
That's fine, though. Got the second Black Sun Ace off the board. You're just looking at 2 Z95s now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not overly concerned with that.
You see Brendan just nicely removing his ship there. Make it easy to get that template in.
I mean, for Brendan to really have a chance here, he really needs to get rid of a boat, and the best option for the boat is the one with the 1 shield, but that's sort of nicely out of the way at the moment, so it's going to be a pretty hard slog for Brendan to come back from here. I mean, I'm not sure what else he can do in order to do this. If you were playing tournaments, you'd be sort of shooting for points at the moment, but yeah, I mean, to get through that much hull with 2 Zs is a big ask with a 360-degree.
So is that a white
Ship
sloop by the jump?
Yeah,
master
that's the
up there?
white sloop. The fabled left-hand white sloop.
It's pretty powerful.
That's a brilliant manoeuvre.
It's very strong. And we'll see if this is pretty ballsy. We'll see if it actually lands.
Wow.
Put this ship back. He looks like it's good. Well played.
Did he check out the dial this time?
I'm not sure. He may have done it in the transition.
Off camera.
Yeah. I tried to edit out the dial, so it may have happened then.
Oh, look, that's much better than sitting here for
Mm.
an extra 10 minutes every turn whilst people
Bit of
set their
space drift
dials.
Yeah. Well, the tactical bump.
Yep.
And then we got a, looks like a K-tab?
I'd hope so.
3K.
Yeah, it's a 3K.
So that's
So that'll
gonna,
stress both ships.
Yeah, that'll stress
Yeah.
Nadru.
I think Brendan mentioned here that he should have moved Nadru first, unless he did a green.
Nadru's got higher pilots. So that
Of
would
course
be
he
a
can't.
difficult-
Yeah, no, you're right. My mistake. Oh, he did the bank. He mentioned he should have done the 2 bank because the 2 bank is green and on a Z95 the 1 bank is not.
This is what happens when you're playing with upgrades that no one really has played previously. A tiny mind link, not your everyday upgrade.
Yeah.
It's true.
It'll be something that Brendan takes on for moving forwards if he plays this list again.
Mm-hmm. I think Dave's reading a tiny mind link right now.
So, and Drew with he is in range 1 to 2 of Kartov, which means doesn't get the bonus.
It's millimeters in as well. It's really bad. Oh, he sneaks a damage through.
But as Ryan mentioned, the damaged boat is the one at the top of the screen there that just can't be shot by anything. So you're shooting at 9 health ships here.
You can afford not to spend your focus when you've got all that shields and hull.
Oh, absolutely.
To get the torps off, it's like, I'll take a couple of shields, but I'm going to be putting 4 hits onto your Z. 4 hits onto a Z any day of the week is never fun if you are the Z.
No, exactly.
Well, most days of the week, Z only has 4 health. So.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. Like, in the past, the Zeds have been quite stocky and survivable, but now they can just drop.
Yeah, these boats are just the next level up of firepower. We'll have to see how long they stay in this meta. Ooh, not the dice roll that he was looking for.
We'll spend the focus, pick up a tugger lock, and there it is.
There it is. The first
Don't know what I was
succeed,
talking about.
roll again.
We see 1 evade, so hit crit coming through here on a Z95. It's going to take off the shields and deal a crit.
And we got a direct hit.
And we got a direct hit.
So that's Nadru removed from the board, just Kato
Lichos versus the world.
Yeah. You're just sort of going through the motions right now.
The world rolls 2 hits.
Oh, and
I think he mentioned he's like, if it went for the camera, he would have conceded. Look, it's fair enough. We got to give him credit for trying out the experimental lists.
And I mean, this definitely showcases the power of the boats at the moment. You're looking at, they are a consistent sort of list. That's why we're seeing them so much in the meta. 3 ships pumping out those torpedoes with their droid. It's a brutal combination.
It is. It's insane. Like, the consistency is ridiculous. Like, you're rolling, even on a 2 dice attack, 3 dice attack at range 1, it's just always 2 hits or 3 hits. It's just
Interestingly, Dave choosing to bring his damaged boat back into the fray. I know if this was a tournament, he probably would have barrel rolled the other direction.
Although, where is the Z going to go? He's stressed. He can do a hard move maybe at best. But he's probably going to do his 2 bank or his 2 straight or something. So he's just bringing the boats to broadside to get this ship dead.
Potentially he's going to block any maneuver he's going to do, so he's not going to get arc.
Yeah, that is true.
And this again is where you see, Dave is consistently playing this list very, very well. He knows exactly what he's doing, reading his opponent, setting up for the best shots, hindering your opponent so you can't get shots away. It's very good flying on Dave's behalf.
Yep. So we got the 1 straight there. They remove stress. He's got a single range 1 shot on the front boat. It's 3 hits.
Well, if you're going to get
2
1
blanks.
shot in, that's the best shot you could ask for.
Well do.
3 will do. It's 3 shields. And then we got the return. So hit crit. Into hit crit blank.
1 evade.
Sneaks a shield off.
Down to 3?
Yep.
Is that range 1?
I think it's range. I think it might have been range 2.
Sure. Yep, range 2.
Range 2. 2 blank.
Like blanks.
We got a range 2 attack from the damaged boat. That's single. That's evade. So we've got a 3 health Kato Lichos versus the world.
Can Brendan do anything except K-turn this turn?
I think he has to K-turn. If he actually wants to win this game at all. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I think it starts with a K-turn.
Sure. What about David? Are we going to see a K-turn from the boats at all?
Might see a loop, but I think he's
just doing the 100. Like, in other matchups when auto thrusters is relevant, you might see more red sloops and K-turns.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't think in this one we need to, because they shoot just as efficiently from every angle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're just so big.
Now the ship's down to 2, we could even see the feedback array coming into play.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Well, this looks just
out of range 1.
Range 2, so we got a single, and it evades.
It's hard for a 2 ship to do significant, a 2-fire ship to do significant damage against the boats.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sort of chip away, but
the power is in the missiles. That first volley where you've got focus target lock missiles. Pretty much the same thing that the boats use with the focus agromech.
Double focus, and that is all she wrote.
Yeah.
Double focus is a bit of a rub-in, isn't it?
It's
After you
K-turn.
So that was the first video of our X-Wing 2016 Invitationals. We're going to have a few more up in the next couple of weeks.
Hope you enjoy it, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate feedback in YouTube comments on our Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter, etc.
We're also going to have some Imperial Veterans content coming out soon.
Yeah, that's exciting. I know you're excited.
I'm definitely excited.
Hope you enjoyed the video.
See ya.
Yeah, cheers.